yeah. Oh, Howard here. See, I'm glad you pointed it out. Howard, thanks for being here. The world would be the same without Howard, so thanks for being here. I just want to thank you for coming out to the Victory Center tonight and just make a few comments about it and then turn the time over to Mia. And then we'll have somebody explain how you sign up, how it's going to work, and it's going to make a dramatic difference. It's programs like this that we haven't done in the past in this particular race that have accomplished this race. So if we're willing to throw blood on the battlefield, so to speak, about minimizing the importance of that, we have to come and do the hard work. Jim Maston is a good organizer, the campaign will be well organized, and we have to be just as organized and just as ready to go. So from this center, we're going to identify supporters, we're going to walk neighborhoods, we're going to make phone calls, we're going to distribute campaign signs, we're going to reach out to voters. And this race, really, because of what Mia brings to it, is unlike any race we've ever seen in the state of Utah. We've never had this much national attention, we've never had this much media exposure, and we've never had this much to lose. If Jim Maston wins this race, it's going to be here in 10 more years. I won't be here, that's with Mike, I'll be out there, but we'll be back in 10 years going, how did we beat Jim Maston? This is it. We have to defeat him. This is our opportunity to do it, and you know that, that's why you're here. This campaign for me is about standing up for Barack Obama, because Jim Maston doesn't have it. There's nothing wrong with standing up for Barack Obama. Jim Maston, like, seems like a nice guy, has let us down over the last 4 years in particular. There's been times when he's broken from his party and voted Republican. There's no doubt about it. And he's tricked a lot of people in Utah doing that. But in the last 4 years, he's failed us because he has not been willing to stand up for President Obama. He hasn't been willing to stand up for Nancy Pelosi. And he's scared of it. He's been lost people to vote in several issues. So he waits to see that his vote matters. If he doesn't, then he can act like a Republican so he can come home and say he doesn't support Obamacare. But we all know he does. So he's not being straight with the voters of Utah. And that's the message that we're going to get out from this Victory Center. This campaign, too, is going to be about him explaining how giving banks bailouts and giving Wall Street bankers bonuses is good for Utah. Because that's what he's been doing since he's been in Washington in the last couple of years. And he's going to have to explain one really simple thing to all of us and to all the voters in the 4th Congressional District. And that is, why does he support Barack Obama when Utah hands down support who's going to be the next president, Mitt Romney? We support Mitt Romney. All of our own, so to speak, somebody that we support, because he puts his party ahead of Utah voters. Because Utah voters overwhelmingly support Mitt Romney. Also, I just think he becomes a risky, unpredictable option for Utah. And I say risky and unpredictable because he will vote sometimes this way, and then he flips really quick and votes this way, and we just don't know what we're going to get from him anymore. And when we have somebody as stable and predictable and conservative as Mia Love, and common sense as Mia Love, why would you send somebody as risky and unpredictable to Washington as Jim Maston? I just don't think that would be a smart move. He's been back and forth. He needs to be accountable. And I don't know about you, but does anyone here look at David Axelrod? Do you feel a little nervous? I look at the guy and I get a little scared, right? Like what little hair I have on my head and neck stands up. Well, this race for me, when I get out of bed in the morning and I go fight this fight as the volunteer chairman of this party, it's going to be about defeating David Axelrod because he has skin in this game. These national Democrats have skin in this game. They want to win this race. They want to prove that they can win a congressional race inside Mitt Romney's home state. And we're not going to let that happen. So this one, for me, for David Axelrod. And I hope somehow that message gets to him. Somebody tweet that out and maybe he'll respond. This is our chance to stand up to Barack Obama and to help Mitt Romney as well. This call center, this Victory Center, helps Mitt Romney dramatically. So you can simultaneously be helping Mia Love, help defeat Jim Maston, and help Mitt Romney all at the exact same time. So that's a pretty balanced proposition for us. And just finally, I'd say about Mia Love is a historic candidate that provides a new and different direction for our country. And we all agree that we need a new and different direction. I think all of us probably hope that President Obama would go and change things and give us hope. Well, after he won, I hoped that he would do that. I didn't want him to fail. But we know what we'll get in the next 4 years if Barack Obama is president again. We know what he'll give us. We know what Jim Matheson will give us. And we lead in the direction. Mia will make Utah proud. She'll represent us by standing up to Barack Obama, right? And if Barack Obama doesn't win, she'll work with Mitt Romney. So either way, we get the best of everything. And finally, I know Mia will improve our job and education system. I know she'll help balance the budget. I know she'll reduce the national deficit. I trust Mia Love. And that's why I support her. I don't support her because she's a Republican. I support her because I trust her. I know she's conservative. And I know she's going to go to Washington, D.C. and she's going to tell us the race. And that's what we all deserve. So without saying any more, welcome to the best congressional candidate in the United States, Mia Love. And we'll
I think to have Thomas introduce me a little bit more often. That was absolutely great. First of all, I know that do you say Representative Noble is here? No? In the back. Wait. Say hello. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. There's so many people that I recognize here. And then there's so many people that I don't recognize. But I can tell you this. By the time we are all done, I want everybody in this room to say, I did that. I did something to make that happen. And I know that that's what's going to happen. We are going to do this together. It's not about me. It's not about Thomas. It's about us making a real big difference. One of the things I wanted to talk about, Thomas talked a lot about Jim Matheson and why he is wrong for Utah. I wanted to talk about why this campaign is right for Utah and right for the country. Here's the reality. We have $16 billion of debt. Deficit spending is climbing. We've got this childlike idea that wind and solar is going to power America's future. We have this idea, or the administration has this idea that they don't need congressional review. It just gets in the way. This country, 22 million Americans out of work. For every person who got the job last year, 3 people gave up looking. What are we going to do about that? It's one thing to say, let's get elected and get these people out. But what are we going to do? I believe that at the end of the day, we need to start making the world change. We talk about facts. We talk about figures. And yes, they back up everything we're talking about. But at the end of the day, we need to let people know. These children that are in front of us right here, I'm so glad that there are children here. We are literally stealing from our future to pay for the present. We are literally taking away their opportunity at a life. When a child says, I want to be a teacher, or I want to be a doctor, or I want to send the first person to Mars, what are we going to say when they've got $16 trillion running over their heads? What are we going to say when we say, sorry honey, in this environment, there's no way you're going to be able to build a business or build a rocket, because government completely controls every aspect of our lives. Government controls our education, controls our land. They provide our health care by force and tax it for it. They regulate each business. They're involved in every single thing that we do. What we're going to do is we're going to take the conversation back and say, no more are we going to allow you to steal from our future generation to pay for the present. No more are we going to allow you to make every single choice in our lives. I can tell you right now, as I stand here, we can do this together. I promise you that when we go to Washington, we can make a difference. I pose a little bit of a problem for Barack Obama, if you haven't realized that. Because I oppose everything that he has said. He believes that we need federal government completely handcuffed to what he wants us to do, and that's not. We're putting to the people of the United States people. The whole change we talk about lies with people, not the federal government. So it's not necessarily about that, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid coming into Utah to keep Jim Matheson in. It's really to try and keep me out. That will not happen. We will not allow that to happen. If we stand together, we will make a change. We can no longer afford one more year of Barack Obama, one more year of Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, and for crying out loud, not one more year of Jim Matheson. will stand, as Ronald Reagan said, as that shining beacon upon a hill, that shining city upon a hill. We're all here to do that. I want to thank every one of you for being here. It warms my heart that we're filling this room. I really wish not that someone was going to do that. Maybe you just give up and retire. But it's okay. We're tough. I'm a tough city. And I think we're it. So thank you all for coming. We are going to win this race. I promise you, we have the resources here. We have your help here. We will win this race. It's done this year. Let's get it done. Thank you so much.
No, I get this all the time.
What time are you going to be free?
I'm making calls till like 9 probably.
What? When are you going to eat dinner?
Already kind of 8. I mean, I usually just go till like 8:45 to be honest.
Okay.
Nice office, by the way.
Can we meet somewhere at 8:30?
8:30?
Could you pull that off?
Yeah, I think so. Just give me a call.
Where do you want to go?
Anyway, there's some pretty good places around here.
Where's your office?
Just down Redwood. It's like 7114 South.
It's an hour from now. Why don't you want to just text me a place? I'll meet you there 8:30. Let's have dinner.
Yeah. All right. I'll text you. Yeah. All right. See you. I won't.